Hey, Ed Drost here. Ed Drost here. Three Wellness, the Science, Part 3 with Dr. Dan Gubler explaining our product line. And in Part 2, he went over our multivitamin, vitality, our collagen, and our antioxidant, anti-aging Eternal. So he'll be going over our other three products: Immune, Purify, and Revive. And I'm not sure of what order, but we're going to go through. And Dr. Dan explains why our products work, our absorption, the science behind it, and all the different technologies used to make our product line the top of the line in proactive wellness in the world. So here we go with Dr. Dan.
Okay. The next thing that we wanted to do is we wanted to help with inflammation. If you ask any medical doctor and you say, doctor, true or false, inflammation is the root cause of all disease, you know what they'll say? True. It is. And so if we want the body to be healthy, we need to support healthy inflammatory status in the body. We need inflammation to be held at bay. And a little bit of inflammation is a good thing. That's called acute inflammation. And that keeps the body on its toes. That keeps all these reactions firing and working. You know, it's like a fire. You're sitting on your patio on a summer night and you have a little fire pit, right? And you sit there, and you feel the warmth coming from that fire, and it's beautiful. The ambiance, the light that it gives as you sit there and talk with your friends and relax and have a great time. It's a beautiful thing. You could roast s'mores on that fire and things are great. But if that fire starts to get on the grass and on the trees and on the side of your house, that's bad, right? It gets out of control, a forest fire. And that's what happens in the body. A little bit of inflammation, a little bit of fire is good. But if it spreads like wildfire, then that's bad. And so we want to control inflammation. Inflammation is also related to exercise. We eat to be lean. We exercise to be healthy. We need to exercise every day. Inflammation can cause us to not exercise and can cause recovery to be slow. And so lack of movement connected with inflammation is a big deal. So we wanted to develop a product that could keep inflammation at bay, that can help to keep us active, that can reduce muscle stiffness and soreness, can improve and accelerate exercise recovery so we can exercise day in and day out, even though we exercised really vigorously the day before. And so the product that we've done this, that helps to do this, is Revive. And Revive helps to support a healthy inflammatory status in the body. And you can see here the features and benefits. Helps with joints, muscle stiffness, promotes exercise recovery, and counteracts the effects of free radicals. Key ingredients, we have curcuminoids from curcumin, boswellic acids from boswellia, thymoquinone from black cumin oil. Oh, Quilea saponins, that's really cool. In Quilea saponins, you have molecules called saponins, obviously, and these saponins come together to form a delivery vehicle called a micelle. And a micelle is like a liposome, but it's a simpler. Liposome has several different layers. You know, it's like a bubble within a bubble within a bubble. Micelles are just one bubble, but they're really good at carrying molecules, especially small molecules. So some molecules that leak out of liposomes that can't fit into liposomes, micelles, boom, they fit them just fine. We have shiitake mushroom, contains a molecule called ergothioneine. We have sea buckthorn. And at the bottom, piperine and menthol. So this is really cool. These are what we call adjuvants. And adjuvants make the cell membrane a bit leaky just for a split second so that molecules can slide in. You know, it's like in those movies where it's the good guys against the bad guys, and the bad guys capture one of the good guys and take him to their compound. And the good guys are trying to break in to rescue their friend. And the bad guys have video cameras and electric fence everywhere, you know, and so it's hard to get in. Well, on the good guy team, you have that geeky guy that can turn the cameras off for a split second or turn the electric fence off so that the good guys can get in, and then the cameras and the electric fence come back on. That's what adjuvants do, piperine and menthol. So they're vital for human health. And when it comes to curated phytonutrients, if you want curcumin to be effective, you need to have piperine. That's a non-negotiable. And most companies don't do that. They're selling curcumin by itself. And number one, it's not bioavailable. But number two, it's not going to be able to do its job unless to its best ability unless you have piperine. So that's a great combination. Ergothioneine, look at that molecule. You see that middle left with the sulfur there, the S, the nitrogen, that's in the midazoles ring. You have a trimethylamine, you see that nitrogen with a plus charge, and a carboxylic acid, the oxygen there. That's a beautiful molecule, and it works synergistically with proanthocyanidin A. Look at proanthocyanidin A. You look at that. Two molecules are connected together. Look at that freaking cool bond that's spanning the two pieces. I haven't met a molecule that I don't like. I was thinking the other day, we all get down once in a while, and I was thinking I should make some flashcards with like molecular structures that I like. So I could just be like, oh yeah, look at these and, help me to feel better, man. Molecules are awesome. That's what the world's made out of. That's what the universe is made out of. Beautiful molecules. So we use 4 different cellular absorption technologies. Micelles, I talked about that. Adjuvants, liposomes, polyphenols. And all of these help to make sure that all of the molecules in this formulation get into the cell. Okay, the next thing we want to do, if the body is to function properly, it needs to have a clean working space. You look here, look at this kitchen. Beautiful. Sky's the limit to what you can do here. You could just imagine all the amazing, delicious food that you can cook here in this kitchen. And I love to cook. Don't trust a chemist that doesn't cook. If you meet a formulator and they formulate supplements and they say they don't like to cook or can't cook, you should run away from that person. I love to cook. And, I get excited. And when I'm cooking a lot of things, like for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatnot, I like to scrub the kitchen, scrub the counters, make sure that they're clean. My wife Jane's like, they're already clean, man, but anyways, we want to make sure things are clean. And in the body, it's the same way. You look at this kitchen here. Are you able to do anything here? It's impossible to do work and to cook food in this kitchen unless you clean it up. And so in the body, the foods we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe, the things we touch, we're absorbing through our skin. As we breathe in, we're absorbing toxins, heavy metals, pesticide residues from pollution and other sources. They're getting in the body, they're getting in the cells, and they're like these dirty dishes. They're gumming up the body so the body can't function properly. And the body can't lose weight. The body won't lose weight if there's toxins. If the kitchen looks like this, the body's not going to give up fat to lose weight. And so we need to take care of this problem. And the product that we've developed that takes care of this problem is Purify, the world's most powerful, gentle, cleansing, detoxification product. And now, when we talk about detoxification, there's a lot of detox products out there that are laxative products, that when you take it, like they're teas, that contain senna or buckthorn, and you take it and then you have to sit on the toilet all day long. You can't go to work because you're on the toilet. And other people are like, yeah, the product's working. Isn't that great? Yeah. Well, no, that's not great. We know the importance of the gut microbiome. And when you take a laxative product, you're flushing out the microbiome, the second brain. It's in the toilet. It's not in your gut anymore. And that's bad. So this is a gentle detoxification product. It detoxifies and cleanses the elimination organs, the liver, the lungs, the colon, the kidneys, and the skin. And it increases nutrient absorption. You are what you absorb. And Purify, when we get rid of the heavy metals and the toxins, now the body can absorb everything that it needs to, and it helps to support a healthy weight. Key ingredients, we have fulvic acid from humic shell. We have chlorophyllin. Chlorophyllin is a beautiful molecule. And that's why Purify, you look at that, the capsule's green. And that's because of chlorophyllin, which is a chlorophyll derivative. And what chlorophyllin and fulvic acid do, they're bloodhounds. You know that dog, the bloodhound, that you can train to sense something, to sniff something, right? You give it a shoe, or like in search and rescue operations, right? These dogs will be used to find the person that's lost. And they'll have the dog smell, a hat or a coat or something like that, so that they could get the scent of the person. And then they let go of the leash, and the bloodhounds, they go and they take off, and they can smell, they can find that scent. Well, fulvic acid and chlorophyllin are chemical bloodhounds. They could smell toxins, heavy metals, pesticide residues, pollutants. They can smell them, and they scour the body, and they grab them and they pull them out. And so when we do that, the body's now like that, this clean kitchen, and marvelous chemistry can now resume. Curated phytonutrient combinations. Silymarin, Arctican is a beautiful molecule from burdock. I love that molecule. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, man, that's a really interesting, it's a spanning molecule. It's very wide for its size. Really interesting molecule. Fulvic acid and chlorophyllin. I mentioned that combination. Linalool from coriander and apigenin from dandelion. Really nice combination. They form a complex that helps to turn on genes, help to detoxify the body. We have 4 different cellular absorption technologies that we use here. Okay, so the last thing that we wanted to do when we were thinking about this, okay, we want to make sure that everything in the body is taken care of. So we have a solid foundation. The skin's now great. One, we have a shield around the body, and we've supported inflammation, and we have this clean kitchen. So the toxins have been removed. Well, the last thing that we wanted to do is we need to make sure the immune system is healthy and strong from the very beginning. A proactively strong immune system. The last few years, I think we've all seen the imperative that it is to have a healthy and strong and vibrant immune system. Now, the immune system is made of 2 different parts. We have the innate immune system. That's the immune system we're born with, the cards that we're dealt. And then there's the adaptive immune system, the part of the immune system that's been trained to seek out and destroy the enemy, like these catapults, right, that you take out of the fortifications and you fight the enemy with, versus the castle, the fortifications that we're in. And so most nutritional supplements, they only support health of the adaptive immune system. Every other immune health supplement, just adaptive. So we wanted to support health of the innate immune system as well. And so you see these things here that can weaken the immune system. The other thing that we wanted to do is 80% of the immune system is in the gut microbiome. So one of the reasons we get sick is bad bacteria start building up in our gut. They overpower the good bacteria. They overpower the immune system, and we get sick. And so what we wanted to do, a novel strategy, no one, when they're thinking about the immune system, is thinking of the gut. And so we wanted to think about the gut and have ingredients that support health, gut health as well. And the product that we've developed that does these 3 things, innate immune system, adaptive immune system, gut microbiome, is Immune, the world's most advanced and powerful immune health product. Features and benefits: innate immune system, adaptive immune system, and the gut microbiome. And the way that we take care of the gut microbiome is through a really cool thing called quorum sensing. Quorm, you see that. Quorum sensing. So bad bacteria, they like to chatter with each other. They like to gossip, like using your phone and and texting back and forth. And when you text back and forth and you have someone else join and someone else join and someone else join, like a group of teenagers that are texting, and then pretty soon they're sending like really crazy, inappropriate things, and more teenagers join, and it's just this crazy thing, and it goes viral, and it causes damage, and people's feelings get hurt, and it's crazy, right? Well, bacteria are the same way. One bacteria, there's no way that it can get you sick, and viruses use quorum sensing as well. But when they gang up and start talking, it actually turns on genes in these bacteria and viruses that allow them to overwhelm the body. They level up. They get new tools and weapons. They're weaponized now, where they can now overcome the body. So we want to keep them siloed. And what we found is there's certain molecules from plants that we have a patent on. It's patent pending. We found that these molecules inhibit the ability of bacteria to communicate, bad bacteria to communicate. So it's basically like grabbing their phones and throwing them on the ground, breaking them, so that bacteria can't communicate. And when they can't communicate, they're siloed and they die. And when they die off, what fills the void? Good bacteria. So we improve health of the immune system. And it's a beautiful, powerful thing. And how many other companies use quorum sensing as a strategy to support immune health, or use quorum sensing at all? 0. 3 is the only company that has this technology. Curated phytonutrient combinations. I won't go through all these, but you see quercetin, sambubiosides, cordycepin, ergosterol. These are all beautiful molecules that we know and love here at 3 because we're phytonutrient curators. For us, it's not about the herb, right? We could care less. I could care less about reishi mushroom, really. But the polysaccharides, that's my jam. Elderberry, yeah, whatever. Sambubiosides, boom, I am there. That's the bee's knees. That's where the good stuff happens. So I'm grateful that you're with us because we put together these beautiful phytonutrients to provide power. We use 3 different cellular absorption technologies: liposomes, chelated amino acids, and nanotechnology in our nano silver. Now, one thing, a lot of people, when they hear nanotechnology, nanotechnology, that's terrible, that's bad. Well, no, nano just means size. Nano means nanometer. That's 10 to the minus 9th meter. That's all it means. And so with our nano silver, we use a patented technology to make silver very, very, very small on the nanometer scale so that it's very effective at killing bad bacteria. What silver does is it shoots, it's like putting pins into balloons. The cell membrane of a bad bacteria, is a sphere. And silver is like choo, choo. It's like pins, poking the balloon so the balloon pops. And silver actually causes bad bacteria to pop on itself and to die. And so we use nano silver, but it's not nanotechnology. It's we're not using crazy things that can have a bad impact on human health. Okay, so those are our 6 products. And hopefully you've gained a better appreciation of the power and uniqueness behind our products, the design, the curation, and the absorption technologies that make them the best of the best. And people recognize that they're the best of the best. And one of the organizations that recognizes that our products are the best of the best are medical doctors and the prescriber's digital reference, or the PDR. It used to be called the physician's desk reference when it was in hard copy, but now it's all gone online. So it's called the prescriber's digital reference, PDR. And the PDR is the #1 medical resource that doctors use in order to know how to help their patients. So when you go and see the doctor, the nurse comes in, she takes your vitals, she asks you a few questions, and then she goes and gets the doctor, right? The doctor comes in and they ask you a few questions. And they look at the vitals from the nurse and they're asking you questions. They're testing a few things and whatnot, right? And then just when you think that things are good and the doctor is going to tell you what to do, they leave. Have you noticed that? The doctor leaves. And he's gone for like 15 minutes. You're like, where in the world is the doctor? Did he have to use the bathroom? Or like, where? I have my kid here, right? Let's figure this out. And then the doctor comes in 15 minutes later. And then the doctor says, well, I think that we should try this or this. Take this product, take this, take that. Okay, well, good. What was the doctor doing beforehand? Looking at the PDR and other medical databases to figure out how to help their patient. So isn't it cool that when a doctor is working with someone and inflammation is a problem and they want to support a healthy inflammatory status in the body, and when the doctor looks at the PDR, boom, Revive shows up as one of the options. Isn't that cool? When a doctor is looking for something that can help support the immune system of someone, boom, immune's in there. If the doctor wants to find a multivitamin type product, a foundational health product, because someone's nutrient deficient, boom, Vitalite. Isn't that cool? And here at 3, we are the only company that has all 6 of our products in the PDR. And that is a very big deal. Now, a lot of people say, well, you could just buy your way into the PDR. It's not really special. You could just pay money. As long as you pay money, you could get into the PDR. No. I mean, if that was the case, there's thousands of supplement companies, hundreds of thousands of supplements. And why aren't they in the PDR? Of the thousands and thousands of supplement companies, only about 22 supplement companies have their products in the PDR. Why? Because it's not easy. You can't just pay money. You have to have clinical studies. You have to have unique technology. You can't have turnkey fast food restaurant-like formulas. They have to be curated. They have to be unique. They have to be backed up, and they have to fit a need that medical professionals find useful, that it's going to be a tool and a resource for them as they help their patients. So talk about the PDR. Show the PDR, pdr.net. You can pull that up. Type in 3 in the search bar. Boom, all 6 of our products will will pull up. You can show that to people. Big deal. Okay, let's talk about some of the clinical studies.
Yeah, so well, that was Dr. Dan, part 3. Went through all the products, talked about our products being in the PDR, the physician's digital reference, formerly the physician's desk reference. And like you said, you can't buy your way onto this. That you need to show that your products work. So, and have a benefit to being in the PDR. So you can go to pdr.net, type in 3, you will see all our products show up. So this is part 3. Again, Edge Roast here. Connect with me on Facebook, connect with me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Love to connect. Love to show you more about our product line, about the opportunity, the business opportunity. I'm part of the Fierce Life group, and we have some of the top leaders in our field. We're doing some exciting things out here. So again, Edge Roast, go to temovement.com. I can get you out some more information, some PDFs about all of our products, the PDR, about our absorption technology. And in part 4, Dr. Dan's going to be going over some of their new exciting epigenetic research. So you'll find that very fascinating, how our product line can actually help you change the way your DNA is working. So again, Edge Roast, love to connect again. Look forward to seeing you on part 4 of 3 Wellness, the Science with Dr. Dan Gubler.